Back in 2013, our founders had this radical theory that by connecting and engaging our frontline teams, they would actually drive productivity faster and more sustainably than anything else. Fast forward 10 years, and Redzone is now the #1 connected workforce solution for manufacturers, serving over 1,000 plants, averaging a 29% productivity uplift in their first 90 days. Built on a foundation of continuous improvement, our technology combines lean production techniques with a mobile app frontline teams use for barrierless communication, collaboration, and real-time performance monitoring in the moment, line side. Let's take a peek at our productivity module. Let's give everyone the real-time data they need to know if they're winning or losing. Now we know in the moment where, who, and what, how we're running, calling the play instead of reading the news. For example, packing line 1 right now is struggling, so let's figure out what's going on. Up at the top is your real-time OEE and throughput. Then of course we have where you're at during the production run. Now we jump to our downtime Pareto to determine our top loss. From there we can look at our minute-by-minute counts and then hourly OEE. I mentioned that we're built on a foundation of communication and collaboration. So let's get everyone chatting around the data that we're seeing and the problems that we're having. We want to empower everyone with a voice. So if you have some operators who prefer to use their own language, we have a translate feature for just that. The results are back, everything happened. And then for the bigger problems that we're having, even some of the great ideas on improvement, let's transition to the activities tab to get them documented, tracked, and executed. And finally, let's digitize our standard work documents and have them at point of use for our operators at any given time. No more 3-ring binders or great knowledge walking out the door. So our question for you is, how long are you willing to wait for 29% productivity gains and a fully engaged workforce on your shop floor?
So with Redzone's compliance module, we're going to allow you to do 3 main things. 1, we're going to get your shop floor 100% paperless. And in doing so, we're going to allow you to create a more robust and error-proof compliance program. And we're going to allow your frontline operators to really take ownership and be players in that quality role. So now we've got production and the quality teams playing together. So let's take a look at how Redzone makes that come to life. So just as the productivity module allows you to manage by exception, the compliance module is no different. We want to create a visual dashboard so in real time I can see what checks have been completed and passed, which means a green box, and I don't need to worry about that. So I can spend my time focusing on the checks that matter, which are the failed checks and the missed checks. So how these checks actually get completed is because it's tied to operations. Right from the operations app, I say I have 2 quality checks that I need to complete, a pre-start check and then a metal detector check. When I go into the checks that I need to complete, the great part about it being tied to production is I know the product I'm running and the location, so I only need to add value-added information. In this case, it's a metal detector check, which we know is a critical control point. So if I were to fail this check, I'll see in real time that an alert has been sent to the device and we've automatically triggered a corrective action form. So this is one of the many ways Redzone will begin to intrinsically link logic for your compliance program to make it more robust and more error-proof. So with the Redzone community having 100% paperless plants with a more robust and a more connected frontline quality program, we'd love to share with you how you can accomplish the same on your shop floor.
And now we're going to talk about the Redzone reliability module. This module uses 4 main pillars. The first one being operator cares and center lines. Next one, senses. Last one, collaboration, which is focused on preventative maintenance, allowing our maintenance teams to have more time for the last piece of reliability, which is breakdown response. Here in the Redzone app, we are now looking at the maintenance dashboard, which is part of our reliability module. So the first thing that we do is we try to get everyone on the same page, whether you're an operator or you're part of maintenance or a supervisor. So you can clearly see here on the dashboard, we have red for things that are urgent, like a breakdown, or amber for things that we call a sense, which is when you see something or hear something wrong. Then you have documentation and visibility into any sort of PM, whether it passed or whether it failed, any sort of operator care. And here you can also see that we are out of center line. If we go into a deeper dive, we also get a nice maintenance report that allows us to see basically the health of each line individually. So now we can have conversations between our maintenance teams and our operators in terms of, how many times did we see something off? Are we completing our cleans, inspects, and lubes? Are we running out of centerline? And are we failing our PMs? This allows us to have more conversations about continuous improvement and to start tracking things like mean time to failure or reprioritizing PMs to maintain the health of our line and make sure we're up and running as much as possible. That sums up our reliability module. As you can see, it's all about getting everyone working on the same page together between maintenance, operators, supervisors, everyone at the facility.
And with the addition of the learning module, the Redzone community has been transforming the employee experience from onboarding to allowing employees to navigate their own career growth within their organization. Let's take a look. So now with the addition of the learning module, when new employees enter the organization, they will be added to the skills matrix. This gives them visibility into what other opportunities are out there for them in the organization, but also provides visibility for the supervisors to get an understanding of who on the floor is approved to do certain jobs so they can properly allocate their resources to win the day. And now employees have access to the Redzone playbook, which is where all these standards and plays are housed. These are work standards and visual work instructions brought to the employees when and where they need them on the floor. And once employees get some more experience with their job, they can share that tribal knowledge in the form of plays to help upskill the rest of the workforce. And now it's your turn to reap the benefits of a connected workforce and join the Redzone community.